Hey everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night Epic Empire team call. I know that we're coming out of a holiday weekend, so everybody's a little off of their schedule. I know I am. I still feel like I should be vacationing, but it's time to get back into the groove of things. I'm so excited about our guest speaker tonight because she made an impact on not only Carl, but also our I'm Here to Help group that is a mentor group of 1,000 coaches alongside with Carl up until Summit. And so he obviously saw something amazing in her and wanted to shout her out and kind of give her props for discovering something pretty amazing. And she's going to share that tonight. But first, before we go into that, let me go into some recognition. I'm pulling it up. Now, I hope you guys update. I'm pulling these numbers from our team document. It probably does not reflect the full downline worth of points because obviously we've got hybrid teams. So this, a lot of times, Epic Empire seems a little bit smaller, but there's so many different hybrid teams that are ran by some incredible Star Diamond coaches. So what I have in the Success Club document so far is on the board we have Nina Oates at 2 points, Evie Huddleston at 2 points, Holly Garvey at 4 points, Jerry Oliver at 4 points. Y'all, the month is not over. Get in Success Club, right? Melody Rankin at 2 points, Melanie Etheridge at 2 points, Carolyn Maddox at 2 points, Liz, this is a new one, Liz Nargi, I might be butchering that, I'm so sorry. 2 points, Taryn Trailer, I want to say Taylor for some reason. 4 points, Lauren Anderson, 4 points, Leanne Brown, 4 points, Kevin Mumaw, 4 points, Kathleen Webster, 1 coach. And then on the board we have, I see you, Deanna Wells, woohoo! 6 points, Kelsey King's on at 6 points, and El Prego at the same time. Good job, girl. Tiffany Rival, who's that name? That's a new one. Are you on, Tiffany? I see a Tiffany. Hopefully she's on. 6 points, Sarah going strong. Sarah is one of my personal sponsor coaches, and she's the quiet coach ever, and yet she's hitting like Success Club nonstop. I need to connect with Sarah, 6 points. Elizabeth Peace, congratulations, 6 points. Liam, a dude on our team, he is rocking it at 6 points. He is gunning for diamond. I got to figure out how we're going to fit a dude on our diamond retreat. That'll be fun. Interesting. But Lauren Teets at 6 points. And then in Success Club 10 and above, we have Lauren Anderson at 10 points, Carla Perry at 3 coaches and 10 points. We have Jade Root at 6 coaches and 16 points. Kelly Evan Smith at 16 points. Congratulations, Kelly. That is incredible. Ren Young at 3 coaches and 20 points. And then myself trying to lead the pack, like always, 5 coaches and 44 points. So you guys are rocking it this month and doing amazing things. Those points sound like just numbers, but they are lives being changed, which is props to all of you. So way to go, everybody who's in Success Club. We still have, 3 more hours on the East Coast to get your booties in Success Club. So if you're at 4 points, there is absolutely, if you want to, okay, let me come to Jesus moment for a second. Jatana Jackson at 9 o'clock at night with 4 points, there is absolutely no way my Aunt Sally would freaking buy a challenge pack. There is no way I would go to bed at 9 o'clock at night not hitting Success Club on the last day of the month. No way. Not possible. Not going to happen. And so I just want to make sure that you guys are encouraged, or not encouraged, I don't know. That is the mindset that I want you guys to have, that you're all in on this business and that you work hard and drive towards goals that they set out for you for a reason. They are there for a reason to continue fueling your business and moving it forward. So I'm going to shut up now. Actually, wait, I'm not going to shut up. Sorry. I want to go over some announcements real quick before we let our amazing speaker talk. But we have Sean Week coming up, and some of you guys have asked some questions of like, what the heck is Sean Week? What's going on? Well, guess what? You're a CEO of a business, so go figure it out. Just kidding. I'm slightly kidding. But Sean Week is coming up, and it starts on June 12th. We are going to do it together as a team in our team page, okay? But if you want to run a challenge group with your current challengers, your challengers from 2 years ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, I encourage you to rein them in, put them in a group, and do those 7 days together. Get them back on track. A lot of times you might have sold a challenge pack 18 months ago and those people have fallen off and maybe you've lost touch with them. Connect with them and let them know about Beachbody On Demand, about All Access, and get them plugged into it, right? So that you can do All Access, challenge pack, and Sean Week together. Now, as a team, we are going to start the 3-day refresh on June 9th. Who has the 3-day refresh? I'm doing it. I have mine right here. Are we doing this together, y'all? Everybody gonna do this with me? I'm doing it. Our team is doing it. I hope that you guys go order this so you have one on hand. This is amazing for social media. Okay, if you are sharing your journey with the 3-day refresh on social media, on Instagram stories, which obviously our team is like the top notch of Instagram stories. This is something amazing to share because you're going to literally be sharing all throughout the day of what you're doing. And I guarantee you, when I do this on June 9th, I'm going to get a bazillion questions just from sharing on Instagram stories my journey with the 3-day refresh. So if you want to do this with me and you want to literally copycat Tana on Instagram stories, go get your 3-day refresh, but order it tonight so it's there by June 9th. You have plenty of time. Get your 3-day refresh. Let's do it together. I will share with you everything that I'm going to say on Instagram stories. No, I'm not going to pre-schedule it because that's not the way I work. I'm more of like an all natural, whatever comes with it. But I will share with you in the team page what I'm doing on IG stories so that you can duplicate that as well and obviously have fun with it and be you. And then we're all going to do, is everybody okay with doing Sean Week together? Are we all going to try it? Yes, Melody, you going to do it? Okay. We're all going to do it together. We're going to do the 3-day refresh. We're going to do Sean Week, and we're going to encourage our customers and our challengers to do it as well. We will not be running a large group because we did that with Country Heat. Oh, here comes all the slackers. Here they come. Just kidding. We did that with Country Heat, and we had, like 600 people in a challenge group? It was insane. 700. 700 people in a challenge group. It was bananas, and I'm not sure I'll ever go down that route again, except for with me being a cast member and things like that. I just felt like it was something we needed to do. But I'm not going to do that with Sean Week. I encourage you as the CEO of your own business to start a challenge group focused around the 3-day refresh and All Access Challenge Pack that allows them to have access to Sean T Week. If they already have All Access, then they can still do it with you as well. They just need to go get their 3-day refresh so that you guys can all start at the same time. That's my personal game plan. Hopefully, you'll be able to do that as well. I think that's everything announcement-wise. Am I missing anything, Nicola?
Nope, just keep pushing for Exploding the Empire.
Oh, well, I should probably, hold up a second. Sorry. All right, so we are obviously in the middle of Exploding the Empire, and that is a push that we have up until Summit for recruiting people to our amazing coaching team. And I just want to give a shout out to some incredible coaches who blow my mind. Jade Root, I always butcher her, Mama. I'm going to figure out how to say that. She is like 34 weeks pregnant, literally due any time now. 13 coaches she has recruited in the past couple weeks. Kelly Evans, 7 coaches. Myself, 5 coaches. Nay, 4 coaches. Rebecca Thompson, 4 coaches. Carly Perry, 4 coaches. Ran Young, 3. Kelly King, 3. Lydia, 3. Cecilia, 2. And the list goes on and on. If you guys could take a look at our cover photo in Epic Empire, Nicola has graciously created a cover photo with all of your names on it, shouting you guys out. Don't forget the rewards that you get for being a part of Explode the Empire. So if you recruit 5 coaches between the time that we started until, I think it was July 12th, I don't remember the exact date. If you recruit 5 coaches, you get a custom team tank top. If you recruit 10 coaches, not only do you get the custom tank top, but you also get a mastermind call with yourself and 2 of your new coaches with me. And so I earned that. I'm going to be earning that soon. So I'm going to talk to myself. I'm just kidding. Kidding. And then if you recruit 15 coaches, you get not only the workout tank and the mastermind call with 2 of your new coaches. Nicola, what is the third prize? The swag bag.
The swag bag. And you get to go party with Jatana at Summit.
I know, right? Okay, so
and
the
you're
swag.
bringing the assistant with you. I'm just kidding.
She's like, if nobody hits it, Nicola's going. Sorry.
I'm going.
No, but the swag bag is kind of like the Oprah, like Jatana's favorite things. But I'm in the search for sunglasses. So if I get a fantastic pair of sunglasses, which I was looking for them tonight, there was a pair that I really liked. They were $850. That ain't going in the swag bag. But some incredible things in the swag bag for people who recruit 15 new coaches to their team up until Summit, along with the other tier prizes. And then the grand prize is the person who recruits not only 15 coaches, but is attending Summit, will be there on Wednesday night, and that will be my guest to the Elite Party in New Orleans. And the Elite Party in New Orleans allows you access to all of the celebrity trainers. You will get all of your photo ops with them out of the way and done. So I would love for whoever that winner is to be my guest. Y'all, there's still room to come to Summit. There's still rooms available. There's still tickets available. If you are not coming to Summit, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You should try to make it a priority to be there. All right, I'm going to shut up now, for real. For real. All right, I'm so excited to introduce this incredible speaker because I have been encouraged by her. I actually got on a call with her, and we chatted, and she's been in the business for a little while. She is a 1-star diamond coach, a Success Club 10 all-star legend. A legend means she's been in Success Club 10 for 24 months consecutively. Her name is Jennifer, and she has really mastered a lot of areas that I feel like is my weakness, which is Pinterest and Instagram. Instagram, we're still learning. And she was the one that came up with the whole, what is it? Linktree program where I think I sent it out to the team and we all started putting those little woo-foo form things. That was her concept, or not her concept, not her app, but she brought it to Team Beachbody. And Carl shared it in our push group that we have until Summit. So Jennifer, I'm going to give you the floor and I'm going to hush now. Shut up.
Well, thank you so much for that. I'm so excited to be here. Honestly, I'm a little bit nervous. I had to have a glass of wine because I heard that I'm following up Chris Downing and Carl Deichler. So I was like, little old me is following up those two. But social media is something that social media is my baby. Like, I love all things social media. So when it comes to like the best way mastering challenge groups, I'm like, that's not my strong suit, but how to get engagement on Facebook, on Instagram, how to get your followers from Pinterest to your Facebook, like that's my jam. So when I was talking to Jatana about it, I've done this team call for dozens of teams because, like I said, I am very passionate about social media and what running a business on social media has done for me and my business. So I love sharing it. Now, what I do with these calls is this is called a social media rapid fire. So I am going to go through it fairly quick. So if you do have any questions along the way, I'm going to cover Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest in that order. I'm not going to cover Facebook ads because I am not an expert on them, and I can be here for like 4 hours trying to talk to you about Facebook ads. So I'm going to just cover Facebook in general and how to do everything organically and naturally. I'm going to talk about Instagram and Pinterest and how you can like work the 3 of them. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat box. And at the end, I'm going to open it up for a Q&A because I am going to like rapid fire this, and I'm going to just throw all my favorite top social media tips at you. I do have slides though, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Okay, cool. All right. So before I get into the Facebook and the Instagram and the Pinterest, I wanted to talk about photos first, because this is probably the most important thing on all your social media accounts is your photos. I like to call them creating scroll stopping images because you want something that's clean, that's clear, that's you and authentic. please, for the love of all things, please don't use Beachbody stock images. I am just like, I don't know. It just drives me absolutely insane because we are not an infomercial. Yes, we are Beachbody coaches, but we are not Beachbody. We are us, and we are trying to sell us to people. As coaches, we want people to join our challenge groups because people can buy Beachbody from anywhere. They can buy it from the infomercial, but what we put out there on social media is what's going to set us apart. So creating authentic and scroll stopping images. And when I say be creative with your images, I don't mean spend an hour and a half creating a fun picture because that is just too time consuming. When I say be creative, like it could be something as simple as a selfie with different angles. And I will get into it later on how I get a lot of my inspiration from Pinterest, believe it or not, for like selfies, different types of selfies. And there's a master to there's mastering selfies. Like it's not just the phone in front of your face. So, but you want your pictures to be clean, clear. Something is to avoid too many words. And what I mean by that is if you have a 4x4 picture, the whole entire thing should not be words. If you're going to put text or a quote on your image, on your selfie or whatever it is that you're doing, make sure it covers less than 20%. And the only reason I use that rule is because Facebook ads uses that rule where they won't boost a post if your text covers more than 20% of the image. So I personally took that rule to use organically as well, where if text covers more than 20% of the image, and I just eyeball it, guys, I'm not like an expert on 20% here, but if the text covers more than 20% of the image, then it's too much. There's too much going on. It's not clear for these people. Like if I want a little quote, I'm doing it at the bottom. But your pictures are your business because this business you are running on social media. If you are running it elsewhere and you're a fitness trainer and you're in a gym or whatever you do, that's awesome. But I have built my business completely from my pajamas on the couch on social media. So, and I assume that there's so many other coaches like me out there. So for me, my photos and what I put out there are my business. So I also shared some of my personal favorite top apps. I took a screenshot of my phone, actually. I keep a little folder of it. I'm a huge fan of Snapseed. I use it for like clear filters. So if I take a picture, I love bright images. I feel like they're scroll stopping. They're very attractive. I love that my house that we bought 2 years ago has skylights in my living room. So I get so much natural light. My husband laughs at me for it, but I'll use Snapseed to even brighten a picture. Something as simple as taking a semi-dark picture and brightening it just a little bit can make a whole world of difference in the picture. And it only takes like 30 seconds to do. I use Moldiv, I think that's how you say it. And I use that for like my collages and whatnot. And then I use like Rona and WordSwag for like, for text and stuff. But so I wanted to just start with that, and this way you guys understand a little bit about pictures and what you're actually putting out there. So like I mentioned before, social media is your storefront. So let's talk about your Facebook shop. And you're going to hear me relate to Facebook as a shop because it kind of is. It's just not out there on the street with an actual address. So you want your Facebook storefront and your shop to look presentable. And so the first thing that I always, when I talk about social media, is do a Facebook cleanup. Do a shop cleanup. Go in there when you're buying a new shop and you're starting a new venture. You don't go in there and it's already set up for everybody to come. You have to go in there and make it yours and make it so that it attracts people to you. So I always like to have a cover photo that represents who I am. And now you're going to hear me say this a lot, and I said it on the last slide. Remember, yes, you are a Beachbody coach, but you are not Beachbody. You are you. Okay. And we are trying to sell you. So your cover photo should represent who you are as a person. So for me, I am a wife. I am a mom. I work out. I'm just recently got married. So I'm a newlywed. I'm busy. And yes, I am a fitness coach. but I don't have to sit there and say I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm a virtual fitness coach. That's exactly what I am. So I have so many different Facebook cover photos. I'll change it like once a month just to add variety, but it should represent you. Another thing is for a Facebook cleanup is your profile picture should be a picture of you. And the reason I say this is because when you're starting to use other social media platforms like Instagram and Pinterest, it's going to be easier for people to find you when they type in Jennifer McMahon on Facebook and they see that my face is there. If I had a picture of like 14 other girls in the same picture with me, they're going to be like, which one is Jennifer McMahon? You know, and yes, they can scroll through my page, but honestly, like, are people really going to take the time to do that? They want to be able to find you really fast. So it should be a clean, clear picture of you. It does not have to be professional. I know so many coaches do. I've had a professional one for a while. It just needs to be clear and a picture of you. And now, I don't know, I can't see it, so I'm going to move this over for a little bit. Your bio. Your bio does not have to be anything crazy. My biggest thing is avoid your job title as a Beachbody coach. Because again, you are a Beachbody coach, but you are trying to promote you and your business and what you stand for. So I like to represent myself as a virtual fitness coach, as well as a home business mentor, because as coaches who recruit other coaches, we're mentoring them in this business to work, right? So we technically, everybody here who is recruiting coaches, you are a home business mentor because you are mentoring your team to do exactly what you do. So same thing with a virtual fitness coach. You run online challenge groups through Beachbody, but that doesn't mean you have to say you're a Beachbody coach. So give yourself like a little intro, a little blurb. It can be anything. My intro for a while was the same exact thing as my cover photo, where it said newlywed mom, fitness coach, mentor, and that's all it said. But it was just too much redundancy, so I just too repetitive, so I just got rid of it. I also added a second job, as you can see, and I added a follow me, and I had a link to my like page. So it looks like I have two jobs. So the follow me, where it says to Jennifer McMahon, is actually a link. When you click Jennifer McMahon, it brings you to my like page, which is also named Jennifer McMahon. So I have my first job title as a virtual health and fitness coach, and then a follow me at Jennifer McMahon. So to have something that represents you. Also, use the featured photo option. This is completely new, this new featured photo thing, and I actually love it. I went through and I made my own little featured things. You don't have to go in and add text to them if you don't want, but have your featured photos represent who you are. Again, same thing as a cover photo. Represent who you are. You are a wife, a mom, a student, a nurse, whatever you are, and have that represent you. So give yourself a little Facebook cleanup. Something that you can even do when this call is over is go give yourself a little scroll check. Go to your social media account. Does it scream that you're a Beachbody coach? Does it scream that, because people have a preconceived notion that Beachbody coaches are there to sell you something. So I hate using that term, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. I love using the term, hey, I'm a virtual health and fitness coach, because it opens so many doors to saying, what is the virtual health and fitness coach? And then you can just go right from there, you know. But when you're screaming Beachbody coach, and your cover photo is Sean Week from Carl's Facebook page, like, people are going to be like, oh God, I'm not going to be friends with this girl because she is going to try to blast her Beachbody all over my page, and I just don't want to be bought into anything, you know. So this is the first thing people are saying. This is your storefront right here. So this is your Facebook shop. Now, posting in your store. This is definitely very important because, again, this is what's going to attract people to your store. This is how I built my entire business. So my Facebook store is promoting me, and this is why somebody's going to join me. Something you should always know and always keep in the back of your head, because sometimes I hear it a lot with my team where they sit there and say that their posts aren't being seen, nobody's interacting and whatnot. People are always watching you. People are always watching. people are always watching. And I'm going to say that over and over again because they are. You have to understand that it's social media. Just because they didn't click like or comment doesn't mean they didn't see it, or that seed wasn't planted, or it didn't cross their mind for a brief moment. You have to keep posting, and the more consistent you are, the more people are going to finally come to you. So when it comes to posting on Facebook, and I'm talking about just Facebook right now. When it comes to talking on Facebook, you want it to be like a mini reality show. So treat your Facebook wall, this goes for like page too, treat it like a reality show, not a magazine, because a magazine is loaded with ads. And occasionally you'll see, like, how many people flip through a magazine and you're just like, ad. Oh, here's a really good story. Ad, selling some kind of drug, ad. Oh, here's another good story. That's what a magazine is all about. And you don't want your page to be loaded with ads for Beachbody, ads for a challenge group. Yes, we want to talk about the coaching and what it's done for us, but use that as part of the reality show. So I like to post 3 to 5 times a day consistently. That's about my average. And you want to share as much about your life as you can. That's the reality show. And I don't know if anybody here has read Jab, Jab, Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk, but it's an amazing book about social media. And he talks about how your jabs are pretty much posts about your life. Like, that's you. And you are jabbing every single day, little bits and pieces. Like, and jabs can also, I personally make some of my jabs about the coaching opportunity, but I will not say join me in that coaching opportunity. So I will consider a jab me talking about the freedom that coaching gives me. That's it. That's all I'm saying is I'm like, oh, the freedom, coaching has given me the freedom to be present at my son's preschool graduation. Like, that's a jab to me. That's not saying, like, I'm not sitting there like, come join my team. Like, I got all this freedom. Come join me. You know, like, that's tacky, you know? But sharing your journey is part of your reality show, right? And then your call to actions are your hooks. And they should only be about 20% of your posts. You want to be posting a lot about your life, and you want to be able to earn your hooks. And what I mean by earn your hooks is if you go one day and you only post, say, 2 times on social media, you have not earned the right to hook on social media the following morning, because you have not pretty much post often, you know? So what I mean by earn is, like, say you jab about 3 to 4 times on social media about your life. Maybe you're jabbing about how you just finished your workout, and then you hook. That's okay. But you don't want to jab and then hook all day long, because then people are going to either unfollow you or unfriend you, and they're going to just be like, no, I'm done, like, listening to this girl. You want to earn those hooks, okay? And another thing you should always remember when you're posting is that facts tell and stories sell. And what I mean by that is I put a little bit example here about a bad post versus a good post. A bad post is something like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm starting a P90X challenge group. Here's the link to purchase. That is so bad. That's so bad. Just don't do it. Don't put links on your social media. It's just stay away from that, because again, that's going to make you look like an ad in a magazine as opposed to you and sharing who you are. So a good post is something like this. 3 weeks ago, my friend Jess started 21 Day Fix and Shakeology, and she's been working so hard in my challenge group and has lost 13 pounds and is full of energy. I am so proud of her and have a feeling this round she's going to do just as good. Something as simple as that. Like, that's sharing exactly what our groups is all about, what could happen if you join a challenge group. And it's a testimony right there. That's a story, because that's what people can relate to. People are like, oh man, like, I'm lacking energy. Like, if Jess was able to do that and she lost 13 pounds, that's awesome, you know? But then when they see P90X challenge group, here's the link, they're going to be like, yeah, no, get away from me. So try to avoid links, and always remember when you're posting that facts tell and stories sell. So before I mentioned about how, where am I here? Before I mentioned about how nobody's liking or commenting on your stuff, I'm going to talk about how to increase your store visitors, which is increase your engagement on social media. This is so important, and it has to be, I guess, somewhat well thought out, because you want to weave it into your jab post daily. So you want to be expanding your network. That's like a given, guys. Like if you're using the business activity tracker, it says expand your network. I really shouldn't even have to put it in this thing, but you have to be expanding your network every single day. Whether it's you're finding friends in interest groups on Facebook, you're asking for referrals, you're on the People You May Know tab, you have to be expanding your network daily. That's going to increase views on your posts and increase engagement and everything. Sorry, I gotta take a drink of water. Okay. Now, how to increase your engagement, which engagement is comments, likes, shares, people talking. First of all, try your best, and I try to make it a point to respond, whether it's a like or a comment, to every single comment that people leave you, even if it's just an emoji. If they say something like, wow, this is really cool, and you can just say thank you, or they leave something and all you have to do is like leave a heart emoji. A simple comment back is going to increase the engagement, because the more people engage on your posts, the more your important posts are going to pop up on their timeline. And that's exactly what we want. We want your people to be commenting on all of your posts, as many as possible, on these engaging posts, liking, commenting, whatever, so that when you do make those important posts, it pops up on their newsfeed because they've been commenting on all of your other stuff. Some ways to increase engagement: post about things that are trending. I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you go on your desktop and you go on Facebook, there is a trending ticker on the right. And just pick some, I mean, I would probably avoid politics because that's a sensitive subject lately. But there's so many things that are trending. Talk about that because it'll start engagement and anything. You can do things like fill in the blank, this or that. If you're ever at the store, this is an amazing one. Even if you don't need people's help and you're in a dressing room trying on a couple things, take a picture of two of them, put them side to side and say, what do you think, A or B? Even if you leave the store and you've already bought A, that's a simple way, an easy way to get engagement, because people are going to be like, A, B, A, B, Now, I gave a little example here of a question that I asked on my page, and I asked an engaging question, and I was really against these little color blurbs on Facebook for a while because I thought they were a little bit tacky, and I was like, these color blurbs are all over my wall, but I'll be honest, these color blurbs have been my most engaging posts. So I started almost in a way branding my wall posts around once a day, doing one color post, like one of these color blurbs with a funny quote or a question. People love funny quotes, especially the mom ones that talk about, like, I did one last night where I said, my son can't seem to find his shoes, but he can find the smallest bit of chopped vegetable in his dinner. Like, people loved that, because they can relate to it and it's funny. So I started doing once a day these little color blurbs, and I've been getting so much engagement on it because people actually stop for it because it looks like a picture, right? So if it's got a funny or inspiring quote, if it's a super inspiring quote, I've been getting a lot of shares on it, which is really good. And then questions like this: if you had the opportunity to move anywhere, where would you want to live? Like, what's your dream place to live? And I got a lot of feedback on it because what's your dream place to live? Everybody was commenting on that, and I did it in a color blurb instead of a little status. So those are some ways that I increase engagement. I feel that engagement is so important, because the more people are commenting and liking on your stuff, the more they're going to see those important, really important call to action posts that you do. Okay. So my last thing for Facebook is talking about Facebook events. Don't fear them. I know some people do. Some people are against them. Some people they work for. I'm a huge fan of Facebook events. As a matter of fact, I want to say that about 80% of my Success Club points and my challenges come from Facebook events. And I will run 2 Facebook events a month. One will be for the challenge group that I'm going to be running, and I set it up about 3 weeks before the challenge group starts. And then I also do one for when I'm hosting a coaching opportunity, and I'll set that one up about a week before the event starts. And I use these Facebook events as a place for me to spam about my event. So like I just mentioned, you don't want to spam all over your Facebook wall like, hey guys, hosting a sneak peek into coaching, come join me on Monday. And then 3 hours later, guys, don't forget I'm hosting a sneak peek into coaching. Like the following morning, I'm really excited, hoping, So what I like about Facebook events is it gives me a place to constantly post about a sneak peek into coaching or constantly post about a challenge group. I will post in these events 1 to 2 times a day, and I'm posting about the challenge group, or I'm posting success stories or success story videos from Beachbody, whether it's the coaching opportunity success stories or the Beachbody challenge success stories. I will do like a video one time, and then I'll share a screenshot from a challenge group, from a challenger, and I'll like wait out their name, and I'll be like, oh God, I'm so proud. This is what our group is all about. I'm so excited about our upcoming one, stuff like that. So when I say spam, I'm just talking about nothing but the coaching opportunity, because it's a safe place to do it, because that's where people who are actually interested have RSVP'd and said yes. So I personally host them on my like page because it'll give you the opportunity to boost it if you do a Facebook ad. You don't have to, but the ability and the option is there. I do not boost every single Facebook event. Again, I'm still trying to play with Facebook ads so that I'm not wasting my money. So I'm still playing around with that. So I have not boosted them, but I will host it as my like page. And when I post in it as me. So as you can see my picture, there's a little drop down box when you go to post in an event when you host it as your like page. So you can have the option to post in the event as yourself. And the reason I post in the event as myself is because sometimes it'll show up on my friend's timeline that Jennifer McMahon posted in Backstage Pass into coaching. So sometimes you can get a couple extra eyes on it. It does not go to every timeline, but some people it does, especially the ones that are engaging with you a lot, using the ways to increase your engagement. So I always post it as my personal page. I have not found a way to do it on the phone yet. I have to post as my business page through my phone. So I'll just go back and forth. So don't fear Facebook events. Okay, so now I'm going to dive into your second shop, which is Instagram. So this is your sister shop down the street. This is not the same building as your Facebook one. This is actually completely different, and it has a whole new, almost a whole new way to run it, because it's not run like Facebook. So again, with your second shop, make sure your Facebook picture is clear. It should match Facebook, again, so people can find you. And same thing, you want to have the bio that represents you, because with Instagram, there's no cover photo, there's none of that. So your bio has to represent you and what they're going to find on your page if they continue to follow you. No Beachbody Coach. Get rid of Beachbody Coach in your bio, because again, you are a Beachbody Coach, but you are not Beachbody. You are a virtual fitness coach helping people. So here's that link tree thing too that I was telling that Jatana was talking about. I'm a huge, huge fan of Linktree. I found it by accident because I was sick and tired of having to change my bio link all the time, because I would change my call to action saying, click the link in my bio, and I would have to continually change the link in my bio depending on what the call to action was. So I love that Linktree can connect me to 4 or 5 different things. So I have like a little blurb here. But if you go to YouTube, I think it is, or I don't know if Jatana shared it, but I do have a tutorial video on how to use Linktree on your Instagram. Now, posting in this store. So posting in this store is completely different. You cannot treat Instagram the same way you do Facebook. And I know that might sound overwhelming and sound confusing, but Instagram is a whole new different market. People use Instagram for inspiration. They want pictures. I will be honest with you, even the 80-20 rule about 80% fitness and 20% your personal life, even 20% is too much. Like, this is going to sound crazy, but when I post a picture of like my son or something, or something that relates to my personal life, I lose followers. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing to like weed out the followers that don't matter, but people are looking for inspiration. They're looking for somebody to help them and add value to their life in regards to a fitness journey. So Instagram is the place where you can blow up your fitness journey. So that's why my bio, as you can see, I have inspiring through my journey. Like, that's on my bio, because that's exactly what I am doing on my Instagram account. Is I am using my own journey to inspire. So if you're doing the vital behavior of being proof the product works, you have something to share. You have your workout to share. You have a shake to share. You can share recipes, healthy recipes that you find. But the number one priority on Instagram should be to inspire and add value. And that means whether it's finding recipes on Pinterest and just copying the recipe and the picture and posting it, people love that. Inspiring quotes, transformations, fit tips, like that's what people want to see. And when it comes to Instagram, it does not matter what you have in the caption. It is all in the picture. So that's going to go back to our first slide where the picture matters. Like, your picture has to be clean and clear. Same thing applies. Avoid way too many texts unless it's just a clean background and text. That's totally different. But if it's like your face and a ton of text, you might want to, that's a little bit different. And also, always with Instagram, always have a call to action. Okay. So you can use stuff like click the link in my bio to reach out to me, click the link in my bio to join my next group. Double tap if you agree. If it's like a funny picture, you can do double tap, which is just double tapping and them liking it. You have to tell people what to do on Instagram. I know it sounds stupid, but you have to tell them exactly what to do. You have to tell them to double tap. You have to give them permission to tag 2 friends if they think it's a good idea. Ask them a question and make them comment, because Instagram is it's a very fast paced one where people are just scrolling. So you want to be able to have that ability to stop people and give them a call to action and give them something to do. And stories, Hannah said you guys are like cool with that. You guys are awesome with stories. But I personally use stories as a place to share my personal life. So yes, it's 80-20 about fitness and personal life on your Instagram, but I will do like all personal on my stories, because I feel like if people really want to see me and who I am, I'll give them a behind the scenes look into my life on Instagram stories. I'll share funny videos of my son. I love the boomerang feature on Instagram stories. I'll share like when I'm doing a coach thing, like I don't know if anybody follows me here, but right before this call, I did a whole thing about how I'm jumping on this call. So I share a little bit of behind the scenes of what coaching is as well without saying join my team. So I'm a huge fan of Instagram stories. I do not have Snapchat. I don't use it. So I know some people do, but all of my followers are over here on Instagram. So like, why would I try to convert them? I don't know. I like Instagram stories a lot. I like that they have faces now too. It's pretty cool. Now, growing your followers on Instagram. So we want to get people to your Instagram, right? Because you want to get engagement up as well, because that in turn also helps boost you, because now Instagram has affinity or algorithm. I don't know all the words. Yeah, like Facebook has, where your post needs to get boosted to the top of your friend's page. So it's all going to come down to interaction and what you do. Okay. So hashtags are a way to get your picture out there. You are allowed up to 30 hashtags on one picture. I put the hashtags in the comments because Instagram will actually hide it. Like if you put it in the comments, it hides it so it doesn't show that you have both hashtags there. So I like to put them in the comments, but use hashtags that attract, that is something that you're trying to attract. So for example, some of my hashtags are boy mom, toddler mom, God, I don't even remember all of them. I should have wrote them down. I have things like Beagles of Instagram, Jack Russells of Instagram, because I have a Beagle Jack Russell mixed dog. Apple Watch. Like I've done things like guacamole, pineapple, like pizza, because that's what I like. Things that you like, that's what's going to attract you. Do not use Beachbody hashtags. Do not. Because if you hashtag 21 Day Fix, you are wasting one of your 30 hashtags to reach people who you can actually reach, because all of them are 21, all the 21 Day Fix hashtags are all Beachbody coaches. They are just inundated with Beachbody coaches, and they will flock you and try to convert you. So just avoid Beachbody hashtags. And now how to engage and grow real followers is go to those tags. I personally will set an alarm and I'll do like 10 to 15 minutes a day. Or if you guys have kids in school right now, I know summer's coming, I do it at the bus stop. So the bus stop is my Instagram engagement time, and I'll spend 10 to 15 minutes and I will go through those hashtags that I use. I save them in the notes section of my phone, just so you know, and I copy and paste them on every single one. And I will go through those and I will comment and leave genuine comments and likes on the ones that attract me. This way I can get my Instagram out and in front of those people. Also, another thing is engage on big Instagram pages. So there's so many big Instagram pages out there. I'll use Instagram transformations, I think, is one of them, for an example. Go over there and engage in those transformations, saying, wow, great transformation. You know, it's putting your page out there. Your tag is out there somewhere, okay? So just even like going to like 2 or 3 of them and just leaving a genuine comment, like your page is out there for somebody to click on and see what your bio and everything is all about. Another thing you can do is host a giveaway. Where you take a picture, like I've done it before, where I've done 3 packets of Shakeology, saying I'm doing a giveaway. It ends on Friday. Comment below and tag 3 of your friends, and I will draw a winner on Friday. It's super simple. And then these people are tagging 3 of their friends. So 3 of their friends are going to come visit you and see what your Instagram is all about. Boom. A way to get more followers. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about Pinterest. And then I'm going to wrap it up, and then you guys can ask any questions you have. And now Pinterest is, so Facebook was a shop. Instagram is a shop. Pinterest is your storage unit, but it's also a place that people do visit. So it's a storage unit that people visit. My first star says, do not give Pinterest all your energy. And I'm telling you, don't give Pinterest all of your energy, because it is not instant gratification. You won't go on Pinterest tonight, set up everything, and have 6 challengers tomorrow morning. Pinterest is a little bit slow moving, which is also why I saved this for last, and I called it storage unit. Pinterest is slow moving, but it's also, once it starts going, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Pins are just repinned. So you want to make sure you update your bio again on Pinterest. Make it match your Facebook, your Instagram. Have links to your social media in the settings of Pinterest. There's a way to link your social media accounts. Make sure you add those links in it. Now, when it comes to Pinterest, you want to create boards that relate to you and who you're trying to attract. So the same thing with Instagram, where you were creating hashtags of who you want to attract. Your boards are going to represent you and what you want to attract. So for example, I have tons of health and fitness boards, tons. Like I merged them recently, but I did have a breakfast recipes, a lunch recipes, a dinner recipes. Like I had a different board for everything. Kids stuff. Like we bought a house 2 years ago, so I have home remodel stuff, home decoration, because that's what I love. I love DIY stuff like that. Teachers' gifts. I have so many different boards. I think I had like 82 at one point. You know. But that's what people are going to, the more people repin your pins, even if they're not your authentic pins, the more your page is being put out there. Another thing that I really like to do is I have a fitness health and fitness motivation board, and I have created all of my own pins. I used WordSwag so my app on my phone. I use WordSwag, and I do this every Friday, where I'll create 10 new pins. It's super fast. I just do a clear background color, and I just copy and paste 10 fitness motivational quotes, and I will upload them to Pinterest. I will add my own description, and then as you can see here, there's a spot to add a website. Now, my website, for this particular example that I picked, it's a link to my blog. But now you can pin from any website out there. You can pin from, if you have a blog, you can pin from it. The only thing you cannot pin from is Facebook. But you can go in, upload your own pictures, and add your Facebook URL. And I personally add I'll toss it, because I do have a blog. I will go back and forth. If you don't have a blog, you can just use all Facebook. I will go in and I will upload 10 fitness motivational quotes, and all 10 of them will be linked to my Facebook page, whether it's my personal page or my like page. And then that picture, it's not instant gratification, but it's going to keep getting repinned. When one person repins it, then 3 people will repin it, then 6, then 10, then 15. And then before you know it, I literally have a pin that has, I'm pretty sure it has 14.2 thousand repins. And it links to my blog. And sure enough, my blog is reaping the benefits from it, because I'm starting to see engagement. So that's why I go back and forth between my blog and my Facebook like page. So like I said, Pinterest is your storage unit, and you're going to attract people like you based on what you're pinning. So I do get a pretty decent amount of new followers on my Facebook page from Pinterest, because if they click the link that's designated or goes with the quote, it directs them to my Facebook like page. So that, once I found that out on Pinterest, I was sold on Pinterest. And I spent a ton of time on Pinterest. And that's why I am giving my lesson to you about not spending all of your energy, because I sat here like, oh, instant gratification. Everybody's going to pin everything, and I'm going to have 12 challengers in like 3 days. And it doesn't work that way. So yes, it's really good to have and do over time. Just don't spend all of your energy on it, okay? All right. So those are all my pins. Hold on. Let me see these questions really quick. Do I have a separate like page? Yes, I have a like page and my personal page. And let me keep it real and honest with you guys. I go to post on my personal page, and then I highlight, copy, and then paste on my like page, just because like pages are there's so much, but at the same time they're really good to have, and I've had mine for 4 years now, and I don't want to stop posting on it. How do you get the link for your like page to show on your Facebook? So on my Facebook bio, the link to my like page, if you go to your settings in your bio, and you're updating your job description, you'll start typing your like page in the job thing, and it'll pop up almost like you started typing it, and it's like recognizing what you're typing. Your like page should pop up. I learned that from Chelsea Pearson. She did it a while ago, and ever since I saw that, I was like, wait, I could do that? That's so cool. So you might end up going to your bio and being like, oh my God, it's there. It's been there this whole time. You just have to start typing the name of your like page, and it'll be there. Facebook events question: if I host through my like page, and then I have to co-host with myself, so I can invite friends. You shouldn't have to co-host with yourself to invite friends. I've never co-hosted with myself. I've co-hosted with other coaches and their like pages, but I've never co-hosted with myself. I've always just posted as myself. I make sure you click going to your own event. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I always click going to my own event and then I'm able to invite people. So I don't know if maybe that's the trick with Facebook events, but I don't co-host my own events. So
That was an incredible amount of information. I'm glad we recorded it because some of you guys are like,
I know.
I need to go back and watch some of that. I haven't even tapped into Pinterest. I've built my business completely, mainly on my personal page, and I'm just now starting to go over to my like page and Instagram. So Jennifer, that was incredible. Does anybody have any questions for her that they want to ask live that they didn't type in? Everybody's like, oh my gosh, I can't even process.
I know. I know. That's what happened every time that I host this call. And that's why, like, I feel bad calling it a rapid fire, but in reality, like, if I took time to talk about all this, I could be here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
There's so much on social media. And even going through, there was some stuff I was like, God, I think I left some stuff out.
For a newer coach, what would you recommend? Like, where do you recommend them starting?
For social media?
Mm-hmm.
I always tell my coaches, I say, find two that you're comfortable with. Find two forms of social media. And believe it or not, a lot of people are already on Pinterest. So it's easy to work that into what you do. I always say pick two forms of social media and slowly start with that. But I am very adamant about Facebook and Instagram as number one. And don't even touch Pinterest yet if you have not figure out Facebook and Instagram. Don't even try to explore it because you're going to overwhelm yourself. I've been a coach for 4.5 years now, and I've only been really working Pinterest for about 1.5 years. So it's taken some time, but don't move on to another social media platform until you're comfortable with two that you're on.
Wise words for sure. I know I go on Pinterest and I'm like, okay, how do I want to decorate my kitchen? Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed.
I know.
have a question.
It's so easy to go on and like healthy chicken recipes and really quick get one, but when it comes to like running a business on Pinterest, it's like a whole new ball game.
Nicola?
Yeah, so on Pinterest, like, how do you reach out to those people? Like, how do you make that connection? Like, I mean, I really like Pinterest, so I like this whole idea, but my whole thing, especially if Jitana decides to do this, is how do you bridge that gap? Like, how do you reach out to those people?
So I have a lot of it set up so that they take the step to reach out to me, because Pinterest is really hard to make that connection with somebody, because the direct message feature on Pinterest absolutely blows, honestly. I've tried it a couple times and there's like a spam box that's like, I can't even figure out how to access it, because I found it one day by accident and I was like, holy crap, I have like 12 messages in here from spam, and it's just people sharing like vulgar pins with me. But what I do is I have, wherever the link goes to, that the clickable link, it goes to something that somebody can fill out. So I have a Woohoo form. So when they go to my Facebook, it actually brings them to, I have that extension, the Woohoo extension set up on my like page. So on the sidebar where it says like about events and stuff, it says my Woohoo form. So the link actually brings them to that. So it brings them to my Facebook page / Woohoo form, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay.
And then my blog, I have tons of ways to get in touch with me, because if somebody really wants to get in touch with me, they'll fill out the 3 questions that I have set up. Like, it's literally 3 questions, and one of them you just have to check a couple boxes.
Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions for Jennifer?
First and foremost, thank you. That was an amazing amount of, sorry, I'm losing my voice. So an amazing amount of information. I literally took like 4 pages of notes.
Oh, thanks.
When you were mentioning how the hashtags down in the comments on Instagram, you said that Instagram hides them. What did you mean by that? Because when I go to my own, I can see them, but I am pretty sure that when I've gone to other people's pages or posts, I've seen the enormous amounts of hashtags in the comments. So I was kind of unsure of what you meant by that.
So it hides them. So like if you go to click to comment on your own post, yes, you're going to see it as a comment. But if you're scrolling Instagram and you're on the main feed, it hides it so that it says, for example, it'll say Fit Possible Coach, and then it'll have my caption, and then it'll say Fit Possible Coach, and there'll be 3 little dots, meaning there's a comment made by me. So then if I click comment on my own picture, then I'll be able to see them. But it's not visible on the caption when you're scrolling.
Okay.
Because, for example, like if you're scrolling your newsfeed and you see your own picture and then the caption, and then you see like 30 hashtags following it, you're like, oh my God, that looks awful. But if they're hidden in the comments, people aren't going to see them unless they're actually commenting on they go to comment on your post.
Okay. And the second question that I had was, it's actually in regards to like the free customers that you get for hitting Success Club. Do you try to contact them via all of your social media, like on Facebook, on Instagram, through email, stuff like that? Or do you just...
I've always done email, and I've tried to search for them on Facebook. Instagram's a lot harder to search for people. Facebook's just as hard, honestly, because then they'll be like, how many Jennifer McMahons are there? So I've always tried, and because Instagram, they don't give you where people are from. So it's much easier to try to find leads on Facebook based off of what information you have. You have their first and last name, and you have where they live. You have like their state and town or whatever. And sometimes that's visible on Facebook. So I do try Facebook. I always do email first, and I will try Facebook. Occasionally I'll do text.
Yeah, I've sent 5 texts.
I emailed you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? I know I'm gonna have to go back and watch this again.
Yeah.
And in terms of the leads, I am a text person, so I will text them and put, "Hey Jennifer." That's all I put.
Yeah.
Wait for them to respond. And if they respond, then we can chit chat back and forth. If they don't respond, then most people don't have a landline. Most people use their cell phone numbers.
Yeah.
Jennifer, that was incredible. It is going on 10 o'clock. That was a information-packed call. So it is recorded for our downline, all of our coaches in Epic Empire. So if you know somebody that would be interested in listening to this call, make sure you share it with them. Jennifer, you were incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, everybody, have an amazing night. Go hit Success Club if you're not there yet, because you still have like 2 hours.
Heck yeah.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.